Evolution Martial Arts in Sparks, Nevada with Jared again. You're like the star in these videos now.
You're the star.
You're the, well, these don't happen without you, let's put it that way. And I appreciate it, as always. On to a new module. The module is escapes. We're talking about positional escapes, which is usually a pin, not always. And then we'll get into some common submission escapes as well. We're starting what I consider the most fundamental, the most basic, side control. So side control is the pin that hobbyists like us use. People at the highest levels, they don't even, their side control is not even a thing. And the reason is it's too easy to get out of for people who are really good. So it's kind of a transitional space for them, but yeah, we're gonna get into side control escapes. So, trying to think of the best way for me to be. Yep. So let's turn this way a little so I can kind of see the camera. Yeah, just like that. Okay, he's pinning my shoulder line. He's got inside space here, so he's got an underhook. He's got inside space here, which is around my head. He's owning the space between my ear and my shoulder. And when you're really good, you're gonna put shoulder pressure and turn my head that way, which makes it really hard. Here's why. My hips need to get out there into what we refer to as open space. But they can't go because of this underhook here. So like I try to go, but your arm's in the way. My hips are stuck. When you're pinning people, you wanna limit their hip mobility, which is exactly what you're doing right now. Two things everyone needs to know from here is the way you free your hips, first of all, with frames, okay? The frame I want, let's turn this way slightly. The frame I want is I want this frame. So I'm gonna connect to his trap and I'm really putting my forearm on his jaw. So the harder you push into me, the worse it feels for you. Once I get this frame, okay? Back up a little bit, you're putting shoulder pressure. I'm just gonna reach up here, kind of do a lat pull, and just relieve some of that pressure. Another way to relieve that pressure, drop a ton of pressure here, is I can start messing with your head, and then I get like that, and pressure relieved. Now my head, right, my spine can be aligned. I want a frame. Maybe I can just sneak my hand under. If Jared's head is really tight, I can't do that. So I start doing stuff like this. I start bumping him with my hips and I get my frame. Click. Like I see people with a lazy hand here. You need to lock that in, connect it, and you feel it, right? This hand, couple places it can go. It can go right here in the armpit. The most common place is on his hip right here. So I've got two frames, and what I'm doing is I'm keeping pressure off of me. So like you want chest to chest and it's hard to get. No more shoulder pressure. My hips still aren't free, okay? So I'm gonna bring my feet in, let's turn this way. I bring my feet as close to my butt as I can get them. And then I'm gonna push up off of my heels. When I push off my heels, it activates my glutes and my hamstrings, mostly my hammies. If I push on my toes, which I see a lot, you can still do it, but it actually activates my quads. Quads are for leg extension. That's not what we're doing here. So I want heels. And I really extend. What I do is I'm creating this space right here. And as I drop my hips, I'm gonna fill that space with my knee, and I'm gonna get this frame on his hips. And I go all the way until my foot clicks into his hip. Give me a little pressure. So you feel that frame? So now I have this frame and I have that frame. For the drill we were doing today, I'm just gonna stick this other foot in, so put this knee down. I'm gonna put this foot in, so I'm gonna bring this foot, insert that butterfly hook. I'm gonna hip out, turn this way. I'm gonna hip out, insert my other hook, hips behind my head, hands in, ready to wrestle. Ready to get some connection and sweep you, which we did a butterfly sweep from here. Just trap here. I bring his center of gravity forward. I rotate him over. That ends up in mount a lot of times. But in the class, we just went to side control. So that's a frame escape from side control. Will it always go exactly like that? No, but the frame frees your hips. And all these things we're doing are designed to free the hips. Second thing, I mean, I could go on for half an hour about that. I did in class. But I don't want the videos to be half an hour long. Nobody will watch them. Next one, underhook. So let's do that just a little. First pathway is frame. Second pathway is underhook. And I mean with this hand, the far side. Because again, I'm trying to free my hips so they can enjoy this open space out here. And again, Jared may not make that easy. Like, I can't get it. But if I start doing stuff like this, my frame can turn into an underhook. I've got the underhook, okay? I connect it. This could be the same. I could use it the same way I did before. Or I can turn on these. So I get on my knees, start getting up here. We're in a dogfight now. Anytime, let's scoot this way. Anytime I'm in a dogfight, I want my head in his jaw. I want my hand on his hip. If my hand's here, he's gonna overhook me, and go slow though, and he's gonna drive my shoulder to the mat. This overhook's otherwise known as a wizard, not a wizard. I've heard people call it a wizard. It's not a wizard, it's a wizard. W-H-I-Z-Z-E-R. You can call it a wizard if you want to, but it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. Especially if you think that's what it is. If you know it's a wizard and you're calling it a wizard, that's different. That's funny to me. So to negate his ability to do that, I drop my hand to his hip, down to the hip, head in his jaw. My hips face him, his hips face away. And you can't fix this because my head's in your jaw. I'm owning this inside space. So I saw people doing this. Well, now he can turn toward me. But I'm like this. I can pick your hand, I can pick your knee, I can gable grip you, but either way, you're going down. So I turn side control into a double leg from the ground takedown, right? The key is, I don't know exactly how this is gonna go when I get the underhook. I just know my hips are free now. It's really what we're after. And if you try to say you know exactly how it's gonna go after that, you don't know, because I don't know what you're gonna do. I know what you are probably gonna do. I know what you should do, but I don't know exactly what you're gonna do. I do know that I freed my hips, okay? There's another way to use an underhook. It's one of my favorites. Call it a ghost. The reason we call it a ghost is that when you're the person on top and someone does this escape and they do it well, it feels like they went poof, and they're just gone like a ghost. And there's two ways to do the ghost. So the first way is I underhook with this hand. It was over here. I bring it under his body and I turn this into a hook. So I have some tension here, okay? My hips are free now. See how I freed my hips with this? They're only free to about here, but they're free. So like, I can scoop out that way. Never that easy. Well, it is on some white belts. I've done it that easy to people, but not the good people, okay? So, and this is pretty easy to get. Like, even if this space right here is tight, I can just bump my way into it. I get here. So give me a little pressure. Feels like I just went poof, right? Just poof, gone. Even easier than that, double underhooks. So sometimes when I get this underhook, I also get this underhook. Virtually impossible to stop me from getting out. There's people that can. I'm not getting out from Gordon Ryan. Like, not gonna happen. I've been on the mat with that dude years ago. He came here and did a couple seminars. I'm not getting out, right? He's gonna make adjustments. But to the average hobbyist, I get 2 underhooks, I'm getting out. And it's fun. So I worked and I got this underhook. So instead of hipping out here, I get another underhook. And you can feel what's about to happen. I'm all the way out. Nothing to stop me. Let's go to that place. Give me a little pressure. So don't let me out, okay? Go. Like, and then, right, I'm gonna turn on knees, get up, attack. But it's really hard to stop. I can just shake you that way. I'm looking at I always write my lesson plan up here. Most videos, you guys don't see it. And sometimes I refer to it. The common way to stop the ghost is by dropping your weight on that hand. So if I get this, and Jared, let's turn this way a little. Jared drops his hips on my hand. So like I can't go that way now. But what he did give me, you can't have your hips on my hand and you're pinning my hips now, not my shoulders. So this hand has all this space. I'm gonna frame here. I can take this out. This hand, right in the armpit here, C-clamp, armpit. I'll keep this too. A lot of people press into you here. So like you start to press into me, and that's what happens. When I get this C-clamp, what I wanna do is extend it. So this is the motion. Hold on one sec. I get here, this is what I'm trying to do. So if you've ever done a Turkish get-up, so you can't do a Turkish get-up with a bent elbow. You're gonna be like, ah, right? You're gonna struggle. You gotta lock that thing out. So now, this lets me, and it can be a lot of weight. You can do Turkish get-ups with a ton of weight, right? But once, so you're moving it like this, right? Same exact thing, except the weight is you. How that ends up, it's messy, sometimes it's funny. Because like you roll over me or who knows what. I will tell you that the more you push into me, the easier it is. Because you're putting all your weight into this awesome frame right here. And now I can move you with my hips. So come on in, right? So you drop your weight on my hand and I'm like, oh, cool. So you're still trying to pin me. Go ahead and pin me. Pin me. We just did, so after class, we did a couple rounds, and I did that twice.
To me.
After just teaching it. After I just taught it, okay? And the reason is, it's a really fundamentally sound thing to do. You can't have everything. So, it's predictable. When I go to ghost and you take the ghost away, I'm gonna go right to the force. I'm calling it the force. Guy that I know who's a black belt with Matt Thornton, Ray Price. He did this to me 15 times in a row one day when he was a brown belt and I was a blue belt. And I couldn't stop it. His timing was so good. I had never seen anyone do it before. I was like, oh, I need to know that. I fell in love with, and he called it the force. So I'm stealing that. That's from Ray Price. I don't know if Matt Thornton calls it the force. I actually don't know. One more time. I go to ghost, you stop it. I'm here, you're still trying to pin. Look, if you don't try to pin me, then I'm just gonna, you know, you're gonna give me pressure. So you give me some pressure and I just go whoop. And look, I'm on top. I just went from bottom to top. It's one of the easiest sweeps in the world. I freaking love it. Especially as an old guy who's broken, because I like to do things with minimal energy. I like to take advantage of, you know, I'm gonna try this, you stop it, I have this. And I mean immediately, I go right to it. The last thing, so I have a couple other things up here, but we're only gonna do one other thing. The last thing is turning side control bottom into half guard bottom. I don't think, if I'm in half guard bottom against most people, I think I'm winning because I have better connection options. So I look at that as an opportunity to sweep you or get out or do something good. I'm not gonna go into too much detail on this because there's a whole video on this, but like, I'm gonna try to capture his leg, right? I'm just sliding, and how am I gonna do that? by distracting him, by bumping and trying not to, oh, got his leg. Now, you okay? Did I catch you?
No, you're fine.
Okay, so this foot is the one that betrays a lot of people, is I see this foot hanging out here doing nothing. This foot needs to get inside. Yeah, it's not pleasant, right? I could feel like, because I'm turning your hips. Now, what do I want? I want a frame or an underhook. In this case, an underhook. So I'm here, turning, getting up. You can give me some pressure. Yep, this is the same as before. This is dogfight. But I'm winning this dogfight. Stop me. Okay, go. Stop me. There's no way to stop.
No.
Like, if we get to that place,
It's over.
again, Gordon Ryan can stop me. I'll never get there on Gordon Ryan. I'm talking about the average person who comes to a jiu-jitsu class. Hobbyists like us. People who have jobs and lives and, and we like jiu-jitsu. That's who these videos are for. If you're trying to win the worlds, there are better people for you than me. They'll be teaching you the same principles, but you're gonna get more in the weeds, like way more competition level stuff. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to help people like you, who are you're a dude who likes jiu-jitsu, yeah? You have a job,
Yeah.
kids,
Yeah.
right? A life,
Yeah.
and you come here. Yeah, that's who I'm trying to, because that's who I am. And I'm trying to help people like me who, we just want to be kind of good at this. It's fun. We want to know what we're doing. Half guard, or side control. Again, think of it this way. The people at the highest level, you can't even keep them there. That means you can get out. If you learn a few principles, inside space, frames, underhooks, freeing hips, how to move your hips, you can get out. And you can turn it into guard. You can turn it into sweeps. Jiu-jitsu gets really fun. So I always start people with defense. I think learning defense is way more important than offense at first. Because once you feel like you can defend yourself, jiu-jitsu gets fun. You're not afraid anymore. You can make mistakes, end up in bad places, get out, keep going. Got anything else?
No, sir.
All right.